Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. I hope all of you are fine and doing well. So the topic that we will discuss today is the peculiar behavior of the carbon. Peculiar mean how the variation of the properties of the carbon exist as it is the member of the group 4A elements, but it is having some properties different from the group 4A elements and the other group 4A elements in which we have the silicon, we have germanium, we have tin, and we have lead. All these are present in the group 4A. And the first one member here we have carbon. So here we are going to discuss about its behavior. First thing about the carbon, its symbol we have capital C. Its atomic number is 6. Its atomic weight is 12, or the mass number we have 12. It was discovered by the Summer Egypt in 750 BCE. Its electrons present in the valence shell is 4. So that's why its group number is 4A. As when we count the groups from 1 to 18, then its group number is 14. Group name is also given by the name of the carbon, which is the carbon group. Its period number we have 2, and appearance of the carbon is black metallic when it is present in graphite allotropic form, but on the other hand, when it is present in the diamond form, it is transparent in nature. So this was the simple properties of the carbon. But now we will discuss its peculiar behavior, that how it is different from the other elements. The first one we have non-metallic character. When we have look from top to bottom in the group of the carbon family, we just see that carbon it is non-metal, silicon is a non-metal, but when we move down, the germanium, tin, and lead, germanium and tin they are mainly metalloid, but on the other hand lead it is the metal. So the metallic character increases when you move down the group, as carbon is a non-metal, so it is having some properties that are different from the other elements. As it is non-metal, it means it cannot lose the electrons easily. So if it is not going to lose electrons, it means it make the bonds nature is covalent, and it can make four bonds with the other elements as non-metal. So it is non-conductor as compared to the other elements of the periodic table in the group 4A. So this was some properties related to the non-metallic character of the carbon. After that, we have catenation. Catenation it is the mainly property of the carbon. As carbon has four electrons in its valence shell, if I'm going to draw here the structure, we have carbon. It can make the four bonds with the other atoms. It is known as mainly tetravalent. As it is tetravalent, its valency is 4. So catenation is the property of carbon in which the self-linking of atoms takes place to form the long chains or rings. It means the carbon can combine with the other carbon atoms and make the long chains, and these chains may be of two types. The first one type we have the straight chain in which the carbon atoms combine in a straight line. The second type we have the branch chain in which one carbon atom can combine with the more than two other carbon atoms and changes into the branch form shape. On the other hand, carbon atom can make the rings or the cyclic chains. Ring form structure, it can combine making a ring or the hexagonal structure. On the other hand, if we have the carbon or the other elements, they can change into the ring form structure. So the self-linking property of the carbon is mainly known as the catenation. This is very important property of the carbon, as in this way it can make the long chains and a lot of compounds. These compounds are mainly known as the hydrocarbons, and we have different classes of hydrocarbons in which we have alkanes, we have alkenes, and we have alkynes. So these three classes of the hydrocarbons contain carbon, and carbon make the rings, straight chain and branch chains of diff atoms. And on the other hand, carbon can also make the double bond. Carbon atoms can also make the triple bond with itself and with the other elements. So this is the most important property of the carbon. After that, we have its allotropic nature. The allotropic is the main property of the carbon. Mainly, allotropy is the existence of an element in more than two forms or two different forms. If an element it is existing in more than two different forms, then this is known as their allotropic nature, and this process of different forms is known as mainly allotropy, and these different forms are known as allotropes. So the carbon is having the allotropic nature. The first one we have its allotropic form, which is diamond. It is transparent in nature as a shiny surface that can reflect the light. On the other hand, we have its second form, which is graphite. The lead pencil that we use, it is mainly having graphite in it. On the other hand, its third allotropic form, we have fluorescence. This allotropic form is also known as buckyball. As all these three allotropic forms have different arrangements of the carbon atoms, all are made up of carbon, as their nature is different, their hardness is different, the arrangement of different atoms is different in them. In diamond, it is having tetrahedral structure, and diamond is used as a main source of ornaments. On the graphite, it is used in the lead pencil. In this, the carbon atoms are present in the form of layers as hexagonal layers. But on the other hand, in buckyball, there are the 60 carbon atoms are making a hollow like sphere as a basketball, and here all the carbon atoms are joined to one another and making a hollow sphere of balls. So graphite is present in the solid state and can be changed into the shapes as it is mainly soft in nature. So this was a simple allotropic forms of the carbon we have. I hope you guys understand, and if you have any queries, you may ask me about that in the comment section, and I will get back to you guys soon. The next topic we have, it is the compounds of carbon, that how we can carbon can combine with the different atoms and make the different compounds. For that time, you guys keep learning and have a good day.